What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I have ventured down the most fascinating rabbit hole that currently exists on the internet. This blows the Finger family conspiracy right out of the fucking water. This is the Tony Lucetta rabbit hole. This is perhaps one of my favorite things I've ever found on the internet. So it started by finding his music video here called Fantasy Man. I'll definitely play some of that for you. I know in this still right here it looks like fucking Will Arnett. He's fallen on hard times and made this song. This is not Will Arnett. This is not any type of acting. This is Tony Lucetta, who believes he is the world's most beautiful man, and he made this song about it.
Let's go, baby, let's go. On the yacht, surrounded by pretty women. Can't believe I'm here. As she walks by me, brings my cocktail to me.
There's no doubt in my mind we'll be seeing this at the Grammys this year. I think it has a very good chance of winning. The whole music video consists of these two women that he's probably hired from Fiverr to dance around and touch him on the shoulder occasionally. Now, it goes without saying, this man's got the voice of an angel. If that angel had an electrolarynx from years of hard smoking and is now struggling through the electrolarynx to sing for us, it's beautiful. It's an acquired taste, I will admit. It's kind of like Radiohead, very identifiable, and it very much stands out. This man's got a great set of pipes here. And his music video is top tier. His budget for this must have been through the roof. It makes fucking Michael Bay's Transformers CGI look amateurish. I love how he's dancing in front of first page Google image searches. Everything here is just perfection. I'll play a little bit more of this before we really dive into the mystery of Tony Lucetta.
Oh, girl, don't you know I am your fantasy man? Let me take you there.
I feel like he's making gentle love with me just through his singing. It's fantastic.
You go to sleep, you toss in your dream. Scream what you like. Yes, I'm your fantasy man. As you wake, it's a wet dream. I had a wet dream. You scream.
Behold, my favorite lyrics throughout all of music. Go to sleep, touch me in your dreams. You wake up, you had a wet dream, and then overlaid in the background is Tony saying, I had a wet dream. It's fantastic. And he even throws in the only rhyme of the song with I want you to scream. I can safely say if I had a dream where Tony Lucetta was touching me, I would wake up screaming. Now, this is the apotheosis of music, a magnum opus here for music. From the very first time cavemen banged two rocks together and created a note, from the very first time Mozart wrote his first symphony, leading all the way up to the Lil Pump in modern days today, pumping out some horrible shit that you hear on the radio, all of it has led to Tony Lucetta's Fantasy Man song. This is the best music can ever get.
I just wanna slap you. You want to be mine. Sand in your eyes. Oh no, is of the Sandman. No, Fantasy Man. You're the one.
I'll defend this song tooth and nail. Come hell or high water, I will be on this song's side. I will throw hands with anyone who wants hands up in them rectums. But I can't really defend that line. I don't get it. Is that sand in your eyes? Is it the Sandman? No, it's the Fantasy Man. Well, why is the Fantasy Man going around throwing sand in people's eyes, huh? It's not very cool. But anyway, let's cut the song off here. It goes on a little bit longer, but when I went to the comments here on the Deep Into YouTube subreddit, they said that Tony Lucetta died, and that made me very sad because the world would have lost a visionary. And they linked to an article, and it's this article right here, and this is the most bizarre, out of this world article I've ever read. And this apparently isn't a spoof article, like this is the real article. And this shit is impossible to understand and impossible to look away from. It's so beautiful. It's like a piece of modern sci-fi that's not sci-fi at all. It's just complete beauty in its purest form. So cozy on up next to a fireplace and let's delve into this bedtime story Tony Lucetta style. Local jazz musician injured after leaping from burning motorhome. It's an attention-grabbing headline, that's for sure. Not even clickbait either. A jazz musician was injured Friday after jumping from a burning motorhome driven by a one-time roller skating stripper from Lodi. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but we have a pretty good idea of who that roller skating stripper is. It's a booming business, it really is. Roller skating strippers are in high demand, so I have no doubt this is how Tony Lucetta was able to finance that high-quality music video. Francis Courtney, 60, a guitarist and singer for Stockton-based Cradle of Sound, leaped from the motorhome on Highway 99 overpass at Pelter Road shortly before noon. In the process, the 1979 motorhome's brake failed and the driver, Anthony Tony Lucetta, 49, had to stop the vehicle by crashing into a fence. Pretty badass thing to do right there. Tony the hero Lucetta. So, I'm not going to read this verbatim, but Courtney was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, according to patrol officer Roberto. Lucetta, who is still known for his roller skating stripper gig but now focuses on playing music, was not injured. There was no sign of alcohol involvement, Inguez said, and Coors Light beer can on the motorhome's dashboard appeared to be a decoration. That's usually my defense, too. I swear to God, officer, all that meth there, it's just for decor of the car. It just really brings out a nice character to it, adds a flair to it. Trust me, it's not real meth. It's just there for decoration. Works every time. The next line in this novel, a novel that could easily rival Homer's Odyssey, a novel that makes Odysseus' journey look like child's play, is the patrol officer had actually seen the motorhome beforehand and was planning to tow it if no one came to it. But the motorhome had also been noticed by Angie Coberly, who lives in a cream-colored house just south of the overpass. Remember that. That's vital to this story right here. Angie comes into play huge here. She's the Deus Ex Machina here. Her attached garage was demolished last August when a man lost control of the big rig he was driving, veered off the freeway, hit a power pole, and landed in her garage. No one could ever forget that. I'm sure we all remember that famous story when Angie lost her attached garage due to the horrible driving from the big rig operator. We're very sorry about that, Angie, and we hope the garage is back to normal in that nice cream-colored house of yours. Let's just point this out. Why the fuck do we need to know about Angie Coberly in this story? I don't know why the news story threw Angie Coberly in here, or what happened to her 10 years ago about her fucking attached garage and the color of her house. I don't fucking get it at all, but it's great. On Friday, Coberly happened to be outside in the sunshine when she saw the motorhome heading east on the overpass. She saw the door flapping, Angie's words, not the news reporter, open, and dialed 911 when she saw a figure leaping out of the moving vehicle. And then I saw a huge bonfire in the middle of it, she said, of the motorhome. So clearly Lucetta was partying and starting a bonfire in the middle of the motorhome, at least according to Angie Coberly. The fire didn't spread, and Lucetta escaped unharmed, making his way back to the overpass where his friend lay on the road. Courtney's fiancée, Linda Wilcox of Modesto, had been following in her Dodge and stopped on the overpass. Courtney was unconscious at one point, the shaken woman said, but he was later able to talk to paramedics as they placed him in an ambulance. Coberly was still watching the commotion when a tow truck came to haul the 24-foot motorhome from the scene. It was driven by the same man who had pulled the big rig from her garage 6 months earlier. What unnecessary details to this story. It's an exciting story in and of itself, but man, when you throw Angie Coberly's sob story in the mix, and then the crazy plot twist with the same tow truck driver from her scene 6 months earlier, it gives it that air of, could this really happen? Is this real? Could something like this exist outside of fantasy? Well, when it's Tony Lucetta, anything's possible. But yeah, according to this, I don't think Tony Lucetta's dead unless it's by pussy overdose, but man, this shit was fun. Tony Lucetta, keep on keeping on, man. That shit's great. This is a fucking awesome rabbit hole I found today. And now you know who your fantasy man is. That's it. See ya.